Like to call to order this regular meeting of the Ritos of Downs City Council on this Monday, February 9th, 2026. It is now 5:30 p.m. Can I get Council Proctor to listen and get resolution next?
Pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Counselor Lakeville. Here. Counselor Taylor.
Here.
Counselor Devitt. Here. Counselor Proctor.
There.
Yep.
I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I will make that motion to approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion in a second. Roll call, please.
Counselor Proctor.
Aye.
Counselor Devitt. Aye. Counselor Lakeville. Aye. Counselor Taylor.
Aye.
I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Like that motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Counselor Taylor.
Aye.
Counselor Lakeville. Aye. Counselor Devitt. Aye. Counselor Proctor.
Aye. Item 6 would be public comments. Is there anyone, anything you would like to make comments before we do the rebut? Okay, having seen,
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
is there anybody who would like to make about comments?
Yes. I didn't hear.
A little surprised that you didn't.
I really.
Ms. Williams, how are you?
Huh?
How are you this evening?
I good.
I apologize. I'm trying out some hearing aids and now I can.
Yeah. Yes. My name's Pam Williams. And the meeting. I'll start with my greatest condolences for the loss of Chief Hargrove. That was just. Sorry, I just lost my. No, should put it off phone. Okay. I just want to say out loud what many are thinking. There will never be a better time to talk about this. At the moment, we have no financial director. We haven't had an audit approved in 3 years. In June, we will be starting another year. I feel now is the time for the forensic audit. We were told by everyone that it would be done. I'll repeat what was said. We can't afford not to have a forensic audit. We can't, and I can't believe such a large salary is being offered to someone with or without credentials. We've done that before, and look what it got us. With that much starting pay, we should be hiring a CPA. We still have no balance sheet. We don't see any paper. There's nothing. And there never has been. I had 30 years ago, I had a little place started. And they had about 20 hiding from it. And it's never been done. And that's how people steal. You know, we've been told for 25 years it must be done. Yet here we are. Everyone agrees. This leaves us open to theft. Yet here we are. After the last 5 years, we must do better. We have to. Either that or we're dead.
Anyone else have anything we'd like to say? And there are none, we'll move on to councilor comments. Is there any council we would like to say?
So, this past week, couple, Counselor Taylor, myself and Counselor Proctor and the mayor were in Santa Fe for Municipal Day. We're getting a lot more positive feedback from other communities. We're very open to learning and getting more information so that we get the community the proper help and, addressing some of the issues that, we know we have. With that being said, we're very happy to hear all of the concerns and look forward to addressing those soon. So we're not turning a blind eye to the issues. We're, trying to address them properly and as fast as we can.
Any other comments? Slice level? Council
I
Rice?
have no comment, but thank you.
And the lines? No, I don't think so. From the council's comments, we'll move on to the mayor's comments. As I said initially, I want to try to be as transparent as we can and bring forward to you, information as we find it and things as we're moving along. First and foremost, thank you for the condolences on Chief Hargrove. It's a surprise for all of us, and still kind of reeling a little bit from that. Yeah. As Councilor Gutierrez said, we went to Santa Fe and I don't know how they get anything done there. I really don't. It seems like it's a very open weight kind of a proposal up there, but they are getting positive feedback. We're getting interactions and we're building relationships and many bridges that have been in disrepair for, as you said, 25 years. We're working hard to, let me speak a little bit. We're not the same as we used to be, and we're going to be engaged and we're going to be involved. As to the other things that you brought forward, I don't want to just do the same things that we have been doing. We keep doing the same things you've been doing and the same results we're gonna get. And so I'm not going to rush out and just hire somebody because I like them or they're my cousin or or something like that. We intend to hire the right person for the position that's open right now. We are receiving applications. I think we've got a total of 6 or 7 now, which is more than we've ever gotten before. And the vast majority of those men do have these bachelors and masters. So I intend to vet them properly. I want to make sure that whomever we hire is the right person for the hiring and make or break this happen. And so we're going to do our due diligence and make sure that whomever we select is the right person for the job. And that they have the skills and qualifications along with the degrees, but skills and qualifications to be able to do the job correctly. As to the forensic audit, it's not off the table for sure. At this juncture, I don't know if there's anything in arrears or anything that is worthy of an audit. And so once we get, well, let me explain. Once we get the right people in place, we have the ability to seek an audit if they find things that are unjust or unright. And so at that moment, we will call, I promise you. We are working on and have a company lined out. We'll be bringing it before the governing body shortly to do our audits and to do multiple years. So 23 has been done. It is basically an empty audit. There's a lot of things that were not added in a timely manner. And so we're going to need to do some cleanup work as well. Once the company get the contract and you guys approve them, if you approve them, then they'll start that process for the next 2 years. We're looking at getting someone in place to assist with backfilling the information that wasn't provided for the 23, so that they can perform the 24 and buy stuff for appropriate. And so it may not look like a lot of stuff happening on the outside, but I promise you on the inside, we're working as hard and as fast as we can. And as soon as I can start showing you results, we're going to. So that's all I have to say at the moment. Okay, moving on to new business. Item A, I need look for a motion to postpone item A, which is the approval of mutual aid loss commission agreement between the village of Ruidoso and the city of Ruidoso Downs. And place it on the next agenda meeting would be February the 23rd. Reason for that is, we've been in contact with the village and still some questions that they have. And so I want to make sure that we get everything hammered out to satisfaction of both parties before we move forward and approve it. So I would entertain that motion.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we postpone number 9A for the next meeting. If that's sufficient.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and a second.
Councilor Taylor,
Aye.
Councilor Proctor,
Aye.
Councilor Hughes, Councilor Leopold. Aye.
Yes, I may, I look, you can let me know, this does not mean it won't be covered, you still have the sheriff's office and it's the state police assisting us with call. Doesn't affect 911 calls for service at all.
And I've been in communication direct from the chief of the village as well for agents, so he reiterated same thing, and so we'll still have coverage and mutual assistance. This is just basically a formality that we're working on now. Okay, moving on to 9B, approval of the request for municipal court office space expansion within the city hall building.
Mayor, I am going to recuse myself since this does involve the municipal court. And for the record, I do work as the court administrator, so I will be leaving the room.
Mayor Scott,
Council Lacewell, yes, ma'am.
I move that we approve the request for the municipal court office space expansion within the city hall building.
Can we have some discussion?
Motion needs to be made and seconded before discussion starts.
So we're making a motion to approve or to discuss?
I am making the motion to approve. Someone seconds it and then we discuss. Yeah, you ask the city clerk.
If somebody seconds it, the mayor has laid the item on the table. The councilors are welcome to second the motion and have discussion prior,
Afterwards. Okay,
if there's a second.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Open for discussion?
Okay, I'd like to put a motion on top of that and listen to the 23rd, next council meeting, so that all the councilors concerned can go in there and talk about and look at what needs to be done, how it's gonna be done,
Take a tour.
and what's gonna happen with it prior to that. I still have the floor, council. That being done, then vote on it then. I'm not against it. I just want to make sure that everything is understood and everything's laid out and it's done properly and right.
Point of order, a motion has been made and seconded. It's inappropriate to bring a second motion on top of that.
Mr. Mayor. So just as clarification, if we go through with this and agree with Terry and we went around and looked at what was available this morning. If the expansion's granted, that I'm assuming that's done under the idea that we're gonna have to make changes to make it.
I think that's the point of discussion at this point. Yes, we need to figure out. I have some concerns that we need to address and come to a resolution of how to work around it, sure. So my understanding is the space that is being requested is the old chief's office, is that correct, Judge?
Yes, me.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
So, correct. A lot of, both of you counselors were not here prior. We had a mediator come in from Santa Fe. That was placed here for the municipal league. Part of the issue was the egress emergency exit for the judge, especially during court. Right now, I have 2 full-time and 2 part-time people in an area way less than what the utility clerk has in her front area. So the idea was that office, then I could do the emergency escape through that door, should I need to. Which would be very important right now, considering that we don't have coverage on Tuesday nights when we have court. So there's no way to get out of there. At that time, the mayor then said, oh, you can go this way and go out this way. And then go outside. But sometimes that door's locked, sometimes it's not. So that is the only thing left that Gino said you should do. I've gotten the bulletproof window, I've gotten the bulletproof wall. It was an agreement that was made with the previous mayor and the city clerk. And the then chief. And he vacated that office for that reason. But then when I didn't agree with the previous city clerk's ideas on merit bonuses, then it was rejected. As retaliation, in my opinion.
So moving past all of that and to the item at hand at this point. You guys had an assessment, and there were several items that were brought to your attention and needed to be addressed. Is that correct?
With Gino.
Right.
Right, correct.
And so everything has been addressed short of an egress for you, is that?
Absolutely, yes.
So my only concern or it's not really a concern, but something that I think needs to be addressed is from this room, and most of us have seen it. Once you enter, there's another door that enters into the police department.
Correct.
My concern is they have records that need to be secured. You as well have records that need to be secured.
Correct.
And so my thought would be that door probably needs to go away.
Correct.
And then you have this wall on the east side or the west side, correct?
Just one side, because we already put a hole through the one part into the closet.
Make it an egress, a doorway. Provided those things are done, I don't have any issue with it. I don't know that the chief or deputy chief, do you have any concerns?
No, I just like to address the coverage of Tuesday nights, but I think we should do it one more time. But right now, no, I don't like losing space, whatever space as it is. But I don't really have anything to gain or lose. I'm all about safety to make it safer for the judge, absolutely.
Okay. Any other questions?
The thing I was reading in, Mr. Zamora's report was that there's a lot of issues that we haven't taken care of yet, but one of them is the security for the clerks in the office over here and for the judge when she's in here. And I understand that, and I'm not against it. But we have a room that goes off of that office that has to be accessed. Okay, for whatever reason, got a hot water heater in there. We got communications and internet lines way above the water, which if it gets up that high, the whole building's gonna flood. That being said, what's gonna happen is that no one is authorized to go into the judge's chambers, period, unless invited by the judge. Okay. That being said, how's that gonna be accessed when no one can access it if the judge is not here?
So what's the?
Okay, that wouldn't be the way it was. That wouldn't be the way. My staff would be allowed to let people in there. And they're gonna work just like they would normally work. If it's after hours, everyone has my phone number. I'm more than happy to come let them in. I would never not allow that.
So
It's really no different than if something happened in this part of it.
I guess concern is it is an unrestricted area. It's a restricted area at this point as well. Provided that we have a means for access and.
And we would never stop that. The records are in the clerk's area anyway. There would be no records that are confidential kept in that area.
Just to be able to get into like a hot
Absolutely.
heater or service the furnaces or whatever.
Exactly. If things are flooding, there's no heat, of course. And like I said, everyone has my number. They can call me if it was after hours. Just like they can now, we'll let them remember to keep at it.
So address your concern?
Yeah, that was one of my biggest concerns. And then the exit for the judge, I can understand it. Build a door there and all that, but you've got someone out here that's raising hell. She exits, goes into that room, exits there, and then goes out the front. You're going right back into what you're trying to get away from in there.
I won't exit. That will be the whole thing. There won't be an exit. We'll just remain in a secure area until police can arrive.
two little ice blocks and some snacks in there.
That's right.
But
That's where the crick will be.
hopefully you won't have to do that.
But, you know, I haven't, there's only been one instance that I've had to even really do this. But we all know that you don't know when that time's going to come. And so to try to climb over chairs and get through there compared to just a straight line, just doesn't make sense. Plus, we actually need the space. We are so crammed in that area with all of our records. We have supplies in the hallway, because we don't have anywhere to put them. I mean, this is like a jail cell. If anybody's been in where the judge is right now, it's like a jail cell. Literally, it's maybe 5-6 foot wide and long. So, you know, I mean, and we, out of our budget, pay for anything that needs to be done. We paid for the window, we paid for the bulletproof stuff. We paid for that out of our budget. We would do the same here.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning that one bit. I was looking at the aspects of, the safety portion of it. And one of the things they said, and I overlooked it when I first read it, year before last. And it said something about the split door. The half door, if it needs to be replaced, I'd like to see that replaced. Just for your clerks in there and for you when you're in there.
Right, and so what we've done is we put bulletproof on the back side of it. And they're not supposed to be using that door, it's supposed to only be using the window. So we have bulletproof backing on that door. Just like we do on the wall. So if anybody shoots through the wall, it's not gonna go anywhere,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Same with the window. If they shoot through the window, it's not gonna go anywhere. And if this office becomes available, same thing, we'll put some type of bulletproof proofing on the door. Now, you remove the door, just put it on the door to make it where it can be a safe room until help can arrive.
I can understand where Mr. Moore was coming from on this, but this is not a judge's idea of holding court.
It's,
Because there's no place to put a bulletproof glass for them. I mean, you go to the courts over there at Judge Lund. And I went over there last year and she doesn't have a shield put up. She didn't have 2 or 3 police officers sitting in there, had a bailiff. But she did have an exit. And that's something that we had looked at last year and year before last and didn't get anywhere with it. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody's on the same page as to what needs to happen in there. Now then, the secretary that's in there, the police department is gonna be moving to the front, if I'm not mistaken, for their deputies. So would you want to take excess immediately? Or so that they can get her office built up there?
no, I mean, we're fine waiting until they do that. It's,
If that would be possible, I'm just suggesting that, because I don't have any control over the courts. Or the police department, and what telling them what to do or not do. And that being said, if she needed the egress in there, then she could do it. And, but to actually move in there and take over, I would, how long is it gonna take for you to get that section up, so PC can move up there?
That would be just within my getting close, getting the work started, for right now.
Talk to Joy.
Exactly. And he's not there tonight. For right now, I don't see why we couldn't begin to move, so they could at least start work to seal that door. There's not a lot of stuff here that we can move with it all and get the records plugged back up to the window. And then do that work at a later time, we can work around.
can we flip the doorknob for now? So that it's not accessible from this side, only from your side?
I'm sure we can change the name of the police department.
Yes, sir.
Right, or, you know, put like a deadbolt like that, so that it's not accessible from our side at all, it would only be accessible from the other side.
I'm sure that would be something that could be arranged. We just have to put work over and get one
You
option.
put it
There's
in
not a lot.
both sides.
There's not a lot to move, so it's not gonna take. Very long. It's gonna take longer to get folks and get the work started for her area than anything.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think. What I see, what we're looking at is getting the ball rolling. There's a lot that needs to be done to do this. Right and given this facility, we're not gonna be able to do it the way Mr. Zamora would like to see it done. Our hands are tied by what we've got to work with. That being said, we gotta work with what we got and make the best out of it. So, you know, even if we prove this tonight, apparently we need to address some dominoes in front of that, being on the police department side primarily. And then, like Mr. Proctor brought up, once you get behind this door, you may not have an exit.
Correct.
Front, and that's, you know, it becomes a safe room rather than an exit. So
Basically,
Yeah,
it's
just
just in place.
some
Once
thoughts.
you're-
Right, that's what you have to do, is to stay in place. And you gotta remember, initially when this agreement was made, the clerk wasn't there. She moved in there way after.
Right.
So she wasn't initially in that office. He was as the chief. And then it sat empty for quite a while, so she had a place up front. That she worked.
So that bit, in Council Pine. Is there any reason to delay approving this?
No, not if everybody's on that understanding. I don't want it to come back
Yes, sir.
2 months from now and there'll be a bunch of
Well, I think
barnyard stuff on the ground.
I spent about 3.5 hours reading my homework this afternoon, and
Well, I've been there, well, there's a reason why we got it a bit late. I'm not gonna go into that, but I didn't get any honeydews done, so I guess they're anyway, so I'm trouble here, so it doesn't make any difference.
well, you know, for me, this is all new territory.
Correct.
But, you know, the whole reason we're here is to get things done, and, I wanna get things done.
So I think we're trying to make the best of a bad situation. The design of the building is horrific for
Right,
what.
it is what it is.
Any further discussion?
Just one thing that I would like to see what it did recommend, no key in, door locks like these. Lock up there like that, but they prefer that to have it a card, and I don't know how.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. One of his biggest things was having a doorknob, just a regular door handle. That can be picked or broken off and you can get in, and a deadbolt.
Mhm.
You need something you get it open right quick, right now. pull it
Right,
shut.
love this, keep out on our.
Right, so that's, but you need something you can just push your card to it, put your thumbprint on. And I don't know. Seeing them at Lowe's, they're not, I think they're $80 or $90, something like that for a decent one. I'm not sure what the one up here costs. But you need something, you don't need to be over trying to put a key in that.
No, absolutely, yeah, that defeats the
saying.
whole purpose of me even doing this, absolutely. And it's a dual purpose, it's not just safety, it's that my staff needs more space. They really do, I mean, it's crazy that we're storing stuff in the hallway. You know, because there just isn't room to store it anywhere else. So it's a double thing, but yes, we would definitely do something where you could access it quick, not have to punch in a 4-digit code. So that everybody could go, because Maria sits there, so she would be able to exit quickly as well.
You know, if we're gonna do it, let's just do it right, that's what I'm getting at. Sure.
And I'm sure the judiciary will have suggestions of what you need, what they require to.
Right there, people have to go talk to about what's right or wrong. He's about right.
Yeah.
I think
That, my finger wasn't crooked.
Because I mean, they gave us the closet, which gave us a little bit of room, right? They did give us a closet to store our files in. But you know how big that closet is. And so that has become our break room / storage / supply closet / everything. So it would just benefit all the way around. And give the court people enough space to actually do their job. And yes, we can talk to Mr. Taylor, and we can order more bulletproof. I mean, we literally paid $4,000. We had a bid from 30,000 to 18,000, and we paid 3,200 to have that window installed and the bulletproof stuff put up. buy a bonded, state approved. So, I'm extremely frugal.
All the banks and she got it cheap. Any further discussion?
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
May I have an opportunity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's really clear what Mrs. Zamar's recommendations were. It's really clear what the administrative office of the court said we need to do to make our judge and the court safe. This particular room, which once the police lock their side and there's no access into the police department, I think that fixes one of the problems. And then, it specifically says that there should be no windows, that the public can look through and see, and so that solves another problem. Having the judge be able to get in there and have a safe room solves another problem. And then, it's taken care of. I think the next thing that the council might want to consider is we need a vehicle barrier in front of the building. And Mayor, or Council Crawford has some ideas about that, but, I want to commend the judge for all of the things that she has fixed on this list that I feel the city should have taken care of, and instead the judge took care of it. And so, Judge Plant, thank you so much for bearing the burden, the financial, the planning, the implementation of making the court safe. I'm sorry that the past, administration wasn't more supportive of all the wonderful things that you're doing, but I think this is a huge step in the right direction to approve the transfer of this room to the court.
Is that it, ma'am?
Oh, yes, I'm done, thank you.
I would entertain a motion to approve, item B, approval of the request for the municipal court.
Mayor, we have a
One motion and a second, so.
we have a motion on the floor.
We have a motion on the floor. Thank you. All right, and
Ready for
so,
roll call?
ready for roll call.
Counselor Proctor,
Aye.
Counselor Taylor,
Aye.
Counselor Lacewell.
Aye.
We like, yes.
Cool.
Stairs.
Yes, I did.
Gotta let your son in.
Right? We suffer together as a family.
So do we need to,
There being no further business, you may adjourn.
well, I'm like journey. This is my favorite part.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Don't back you up.